go to my YouTube homepage, click on Google Plus. From there, follow me, and then I will find you and I will add you to the AfroCare Live circle. Once you receive the notification that a hangout has been scheduled, say yes that you will attend. The day of the hangout, wait till you get a notification that the hangout has started. Click on it and we should all be there, no problem. You got 15 minutes, no CP time. The first AfroCare Live event went pretty well, given it was the first one, and I really didn't have a format in mind. I just wanted it to feel organic. I do like the fact that we do have that chat option, so that even as I'm speaking, feel free to ask a question along the way, even though I kind of waited till the end to ask if there were any questions. But yeah, so far so good. I will probably do a follow-up event after this next one, because I want to give you a chance to do the techniques and develop questions as you're doing them. So I'm challenging you to stick with it till the next event, which will probably be 2 weeks from the one coming up. So that will give you about a month's time to really get in there and give it a shot. Those of you who stuck around to the end know that the conversation kind of morphed into more social issues and, growing up, hating getting our hair combed, and, how other black folks kind of look at you, treat you as you're going natural, and the whole social aspect of going natural, which naturally kind of got my wheels turning, and I decided that this next event will be about just that. The history of our hair, why we do what we do with our hair, what we have done, what we've done to our hair, throughout history, and more than that, talk about socially what it meant, and not only how we feel what it meant to the outside world, but especially what it means to us internally, because those of you who have gone through this natural journey or are still going through it know it's really tough, especially if you're the only one in your group of surroundings of family and friends, not to mention total strangers, but you're not necessarily encouraged. There's a lot of innuendo as well as in your face negativity that has dictated the things that we do, and one of them is the hair typing system. And so I decided to just create my own because I think it's the truest one. As you know, all of them put our hair type, low on the totem pole. And to me, that doesn't make much sense, given that, if anybody's gone through any genealogy or had their DNA studied, regardless of what you look like outwardly, everyone has African genetics within them. So if that is the basis of who you are, how can that hair type be then labeled last, if you will. Not only that, it's the way the texture is described. You know, one hair is described as silky, yet our hair is coarse. You know, all of those things lead us to do things we wouldn't do to our hair, say if we grew up hearing that our hair was full-bodied and their hair was limp. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, those kind of things that have been reiterated to us, and every time we look up information about us and our hair, you know, there's always that undertone of, yeah, not quite good enough, or not quite pretty enough, or attractive enough. So those are the things that I really want to talk about, because, you know, to me, those are the things that keep us from really embracing, quote unquote, going natural. And then once you go natural, those are the hardest things to kind of mentally overcome, as you're just trying to go about your life, and you have those, you know, not only thoughts in the back of your mind, but you can see it in the faces of the people who respond to you. Even though I think intellectually we know why we feel the way we do, you know, we're all still humans. So, you know, we have our intellectual side and we go, man, bump that, please. Black is beautiful, right? But then there's that other side that says, yeah, black is beautiful, but ... You know what I mean? So that's why I want to have that discussion, so we can start to compartmentalize, you know, the why, and then begin to discuss how the things we can do to try to not try, the things we can do to begin to overcome those things that are really ingrained with us. I think they're like imprinted on our DNA, because it goes, you know, way back. And then, you know, maybe some exercises that you can do to start seeing yourself truly beautiful with your hair and in its natural state. And I think once you get to that point, you know, having other options for hairstyling will become less important when you really start to love your hair. And, you know, going through this natural process, I think that's a bigger transition than your actual hair, you know, letting your hair just grow out of your head. So that's what we're going to talk about. History of our hair, social impacts, how that affects us emotionally and leads to the decisions that we make, not only to our own hair, but if you have children, to your children's hair, and talking about specifically our hair type and what it really means instead of the way it's been classified, and then things we can do to start to build a new internal dialogue that's more positive, but not only more positive, that is more truthful, so we don't believe the negative hype anymore. And you know, I feel like that's like the last piece of our puzzle of becoming becoming a race that is once again not just proud of who you are, but just okay with who you are. So that's going to be the next topic, and I'll put the date, and hope to see you there.